Good morning. What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone is good this Sunday morning. Just stopping to briefly share this video. For one, there is a lesson that can be learned out of anything. But first and foremost, you still have to be teachable. So yesterday, my oldest daughter asked me what amputation means. So I explained to her it's a procedure that can occur. You know, it could be from an accident, an injury, an infection, a disease. You know, it's different causes that can be the reason why somebody has to become an amputee. I gave her the example of if someone has an infection in their leg, and in order to save the rest of the leg, they may cut the leg off from the knee down. So basically, you know, as some know, when you have an amputation, you cut something off. You have to sever it. Only someone that specializes in that field would know if that limb or whatever that body part is able to be saved or it has to be cut off. So when I said that you can learn something out of everything, even just the lesson that I got out of that, giving her that example and that definition of amputation, how sometimes so many of us can become so infected in the body. So in order to save the rest of the body, some things will get cut off. As I said, someone that specializes in that field and has expertise in that area will only know if it can be saved or cut off. We are at a time where only God knows. He gives us time, you know, He deals with us, He gives us opportunity, He gives us free will, He gives us a choice. You don't have to serve Him, you don't have to listen. You can choose the easy way or the hard way. He gives you choice. He gives us all choice. So even just from that analogy or that downloaded in me to, you know, share, that even came to me. I'm not ignorant of knowing that I need God myself personally. That I'm constantly self-reflecting and asking God to locate me. You know, cleanse me. Anything in me that's not, you know, like you, remove it. Because we know those issues and sins of the heart, bitterness, anger, resentment, different things that can hinder our relationship with God, but not only that, hinder our growth. Because we end up staying stuck. And knowing that some things can trigger you. Knowing that, you know, there's something that you have to deal with. Because it's easy to see those outward sins. But it's those internal ones that can affect you slowly. You may not even know you have an infection or know you have a problem or issue until something happens and or triggers you in a certain area. Then you actually know, okay, I haven't forgave this person, or I haven't let this go, or whatever it is. So as I said, some have been so infected where it's at a point where only God knows if someone or something can be saved or it needs to be cut off. We are at a place where, in this season, in this time, where many of us have to make a decision. Who you choose to serve. Because we tend to straddle the fence or, you know, kind of just live. Some end up living reckless, wandering all over the place, to and fro. And it ends up bringing confusion and infection that spreads in the body. And because so much has infected so many people and so much has spread for some time now, drastic measures are necessary. Because you have some people that are in need of a healing, in need of a breakthrough, in need of help, that are are seeking God and seeking change and growth and need help. And sometimes even people can hinder our growth. So even when the Bible talks about separating the weeds from the wheat, the sheep from the goats, there's a time of reaping and gathering, separation, cutting off. How important it is to not take these times for granted. There's so much that's going on. And it is many people that are stressed and dealing with so many struggles and obstacles and strongholds right now. And then you have some that are ignorant or numb, or even honestly just don't even care. Don't want to acknowledge where we are right now. We're in a time of destruction. We're in a time of high levels of death. We're in a time of lack, and the enemy is deciding, fighting and battling who is going to rule. Satan is so crafty, he's using many people, but they have the idea that they will get away with it. When we choose not to listen or even be able to listen to God for ourselves, God will allow us to be deceived. If turmoil or things don't begin to be shaken up, many won't change. Things will just go on and on and on and get worse and worse. So over these past few years, we all have been getting wake-up calls and moments of needing to reevaluate ourselves and our lives, and just take a look in the mirror. Some have used this time to still be consumed with themselves, because it's a cold world, it's a selfish world. Many have and are prideful. A lack of accountability and responsibility from the top to the bottom, where many don't want to acknowledge their wrongs or their sins and justify why they do what they do and go on as with business as usual. But it comes a time where we all have to give an account. We're seeing things happening right and left. We see the distress where even some, and many that didn't think that they could be touched or would deal with the struggle or deal with hardships or just miraculous things happening to them, whether it be their finances or money or anything, because of who they thought they were or who they thought they are. That can't nobody touch me. They have that saying that can't nobody judge me but God. Facts. We judge each other in the body of Christ, so some things we expect from the world. But now it's like you can't even tell who is who. Yes, we all make mistakes. We all have work to do daily in ourselves. But then it comes a time where stuff is just too far. We come to a time where enough is enough. But as I said, some things are beyond my expertise. Only God knows how, when, where. Jesus. He's in the details. So hold on to your faith. Don't give up. It gets hard. It gets stressful. truth will really make you free. But can you actually really accept and receive truth? Because we see how, as truth is being revealed, we're seeing many being triggered, even the enemy. How he's so crafty, and some people just willingly let Satan use him. And not taking into consideration the cost. This is not the time to play church. This is not the time to play with your life and soul salvation. I say, yes, many of us are tired. We want this and we want that, and but it comes to a time well, yes, God will have our undivided attention, and some he already does. This is a time to ask God to increase your discernment. Strengthen your heart. Wrap your mind. Because the enemy is going very strong for souls right now. Before it was, distracting you and, different things like that. But now it's just straight taking you out of here. Because he knows his time is short. Again, Satan operates through people. Just as God is moving through his people. It is natural wars and spiritual wars that we are seeing. Natural storms and spiritual storms that we are seeing. It's like the tension is getting so high where you can feel like it's about to bust. You have heightened levels of perversion and, just so many of sin. This is the time to seek God even more. We don't need to know everything, and we're not supposed to. As I said, God is in the details. He reveals everything in his timing. But what we are to do is to be prepared and ready at all times for whatever may come, on top of working, sharing the gospel, being a light. Many people are looking for models and examples, and we're deficient as people. Many are seeking a spiritual experience and seeking God, and they're so hungry, so starving, they eat anything. Even if it's the same thing almost every day. Same motivational speech. Same prosperity speech. Not having a balanced meal or a balanced diet. Because where we are now, preparation is key. Wisdom is key. So you have some that are so religious minded or so intellectual and ideological, but just common sense, just basics, can't see where we are right now in reference to timing, in reference to all these different things are not just coincidentally happening. How even with everything that's been taking place, God has still been actually holding things back. Because we don't, and so many probably can't even comprehend, even myself, how wicked can get. This is the time to be building relationships, authentic relationships with people. You getting to a point, as far as us as individuals, being authentic, because, you never know when you might need somebody or who you might need at a specific time. So anywho, as I said, keep God first. Again, buckle up. Everybody be safe. Hold on. It's not just you. Don't think you're tripping. It's like as if, dang, am I the only one going through stuff? No, it's a lot of folk. The pressure is real. It is. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. This is why it is vital to have build relationships with people. Iron sharpens iron. Sometimes you do need encouragement. Sometimes you do need a helping hand. And learning to reciprocate it. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm Angelica with In God's Timing. And I will talk to you all soon.